This is episode number 79 of Real Occult, where we apply numerology and astrology to the material world. Today, we are talking about how there is no such thing as a shortcut. Shortcuts are not real from an energetic perspective. So let's dive right into it. Earlier this morning, if you weren't aware, I run a 150 plus family before school, after school program. And so earlier this morning we had, and today's like field day, water event, water games all day long. And so all the kids super excited, super pumped up. And we had an incident with two of our kids. One kid stole something from another kid because they didn't earn it and they still wanted the item. And so they took it from someone else. Took it earlier in the week. No one noticed. No one really cared until bam, today, field day, they show up with the stolen item that they did not earn. They took it as a shortcut to get it. And so I was sitting down talking to her and asking her why she did it, what's going on, what's the problem, is it yours, is it not? She straight up lies, like some kids do. And so she lies, says no, she did earn it, all this stuff. And I had the opportunity to explain to her how even if I believed her, that action is known by the universe. Newton's third law: for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. You can think of it as an energetic permanent record. Now, I didn't explain to her this part, but I was just telling her, every time you do something, there will be consequences. There will be trade-offs. And so for us, you can think of it as an energetic permanent record. Every input you give the universe is logged, is known. Whether anybody else sees it or not, if it's completely private, nobody knows, the universe will always know. Newton's third law: for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Your action, that input, will give you an output directly tied to it. And this is where we have the three layers of karma: our foundational karma from our birth chart, the current karma from our personal days, personal months, personal years, the dashas we're in, which is like the main planetary periods, main period, sub-period, the transits, what sign is the planet currently in, what house is that sign in your birth chart. And then we have the created layer of karma, which is what most of us think of as karma. You do something bad, bad things happen to you, because this energetic permanent record, so to speak, tracks and logs everything that we do. And so when we decide to take a shortcut, we are making a trade-off. When we choose to skip ahead, we are making a trade-off. And that's true for every action, for every input we give the universe. We are making trade-offs. Are we willing to accept the trade-off, yes or no? That should help guide us in our action. And so when it comes to taking a shortcut, a lot of times the trade-off is emotional pain, physical pain, hardship, challenge, obstacle, barrier we did not see coming. And so a good sports analogy for this would be someone who uses and abuses loads and loads of steroids because they want to look better. They want to feel better about themselves. They want to change the way they see themselves in the mirror. And so you can use and abuse drugs. Same thing like all the GLP-1s that are blowing up super popular right now. All the peptides that are blowing up super popular right now. And so what trade-off comes with that? Well, you get to change the way you look. You get less healthy. You add more muscle, you might shorten your lifespan. Some of these athletes, you get stronger, you perform better, you increase your injury risk. And so speeding up progress can create a shorter peak. You stay at your best for less time. You never reach your ultimate peak because you're trying to peak too quickly. You're trying to get to your best sooner than you are supposed to. And so Saturn, with its ring, tells us that there is no escaping the lessons we're meant to learn in this lifetime. And so going back to the steroid example, if the reason it's taking you longer to progress in the gym is because you have to learn consistency, dedication. You have to learn these character traits. You have to learn these lessons by attempting to shortcut through using steroids. Maybe you end up with a breathing disorder, or you end up with an eating disorder, or you end up with liver problems, you end up with a heart problem, you end up with gut problems that require you to be on meds for the rest of your life. And now you're going to be forced to learn that consistency, that long-term outlook through a 30-year drug protocol because you wanted to shortcut 3 years in the gym by taking steroids. And so when it comes to work, when it comes to family life, when it comes to personal life, especially here in this one universal year, 2026, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 6, 10, a magnified 1 energy for the universal year. And everything's starting new. We're in this new cycle. We're in this new bucket of energy. All this creative energy. It's common for the desire to rush to the result. We begin giving the universe a new set of inputs, new 1 energy, and we want to receive those outputs, that 9 energy, that conclusion energy. We want it now. And we try to pull the future into the present. And all that does is create a new set of obstacles, challenges, barriers that are still going to teach us the same lesson we're meant to learn. Because there's no escaping Saturn's ring. And so, remembering you are exactly where you're supposed to be. The universe is on your side. The universe wants you to win. The universe is refining you so that you can ultimately fulfill the role you're meant to fulfill for society as a whole. I like to think of it as our karmic destiny. We're fulfilling our karmic destiny for other people. When we try to shortcut, we're making a trade-off. And a lot of times we don't know the magnitude of that trade-off until we're already in it when it comes to a shortcut. So if you're sitting here at the bottom of the mountain thinking, man, I really want to get all the way up there. This is a long climb I'm getting myself into. How can I make it faster? How can I get that result quicker? Remember that there are trade-offs with that, and you, more often than not, will not like the trade-off and the consequence of that trade-off. So just something to think about. It's top of mind this morning for me, as even as a kid, a little kid, She wanted to shortcut. She wanted a shortcut. She didn't earn it. She said, I'm going to take it. Now she's in trouble for stealing. Now parents are going to be super upset. And birthday party this weekend for her friend, guess what? She's not going. And so, was it worth the trade-off? I want that thing. I have to wait 2 more weeks to get it. I don't want to wait. I'm going to steal it from someone else. Bam, now I don't get to go to my best friend's birthday party. Because you're supposed to wait those 2 weeks. There's a trade-off there. And so, how that applies to your world, how that applies to whatever you're going through right now, it does in a way. If you would like insight into the life changes, deep personal transformation you're going through right now, some energetic insight, we do have a free school community at school community. Man, I cannot talk today. School community, SKOOL.com/real occult. Completely free. We help families uncover the hidden karmic patterns behind these super intense life changes that create these deep personal transformations, so that you can gain awareness to the trade-offs set before you, so that you can make the trade-offs you're willing to live with. Because there's a trade-off to everything. Are you willing to live with it, or are you not? When you know what the trade-off is, you can make a much better decision, one that aligns with your desires, goals, a lot closer. Instead of just taking that shortcut and not knowing how the universe is going to hit you back. I've done it myself a bunch of times, so many times, over and over and over and over again. And with this one universal year, is the first time in my life, this cycle, first time in my life, I'm in no rush. Rush is purely imaginary in my world. I'm in a hurry for nothing. Because I understand I will ultimately get to the end destination at the exact point in time that I'm supposed to. Because the universe is genuinely supporting all of us so that we can fulfill our role for others in the way that we are supposed to. Hope you got something out of this. If you made it this far, I genuinely appreciate you for listening. Like I said, the universe is genuinely on your side. The universe wants you to win. It wants you to hit those goals. It wants you to be fulfilled in your life. We simply have to learn the lessons we're meant to learn so that we can fulfill our role for others. And the sooner we create that alignment, the sooner we get to experience these positive feedback cycles where we do something, the universe supports us, the universe guides us into another positive experience that helps other people so that we can learn more, so that we can in turn help other people. And we have this amazingly supportive feedback cycle. And if we're out of alignment, that's just one of the trade-offs to taking shortcuts. We get out of alignment, and now the universe has to tap us back into place, has to realign us. And the further we deviate from our natural purpose, from our natural role, the harder the universe has to hit us to push us back into that alignment. And so if you're going through an intense life change or a deep personal transformation right now, I highly recommend school.com/real occult, SKOOL.com/real occult. I'm more than happy to sit down with you, dig into your chart, dig into those foundational layers of karma so that you can see the trade-offs the universe is presenting before you so that you can make that informed decision. So when you are continuing through these intense, pivotal moments, you can have crystal clear clarity and divine levels of confidence that you are making the right decision. The universe is on your side. The universe wants you to win. I also want you to win. I'm pulling for you. And I'll talk to you again soon.